The rain was distracting. It was so distracting that it seemed to distort each word I attempted to read. But the constant barrage of water on my window was a luxury I would soon be begging to come back. I put my book down, frustrated. After a while, the rain died down a little. I let out a sigh of relief, about to pick my book back up. It was subtle at first, barely noticeable, but just as I was reaching for my end table, I heard a soft, persistent tapping. Rain still drizzled down on my windows, but this tapping was different. It was in perfect rhythm, coming every second and a half. I crept towards my window, terrified beyond my wits. My hand shook violently as I held onto the drapes. I shut my eyes and breathed in deep. Finally, mustering up some courage, I dragged the drapes to the side. There was nothing behind the window, only rainwater dropping from the gutters. They came down in rhythm because of the gutters. I breathed a sigh of relief. My heart was pounding underneath my chest. I told myself I was being ridiculous. But then my heartbeat started to slow down. And I heard it. Tapping. This time it sounded different. Not like rain on a window. It sounded like a hand on a door. Well, no way I'm opening that door, I thought to myself. I turned the lights off and curled up into a ball underneath my blanket. I pretended to sleep, afraid to even move. I lied on my bed, motionless, keeping my eyes closed tight for about an hour before the tapping finally stopped. Now, at that point, I wasn't happy so much as I was surprised. It seemed a little too good to be true. Slowly, I began to open my eyes. My eyelids fluttered as my vision began to clear. I was horrified at what I saw. Outside the window, something was peeking in. I only caught a glimpse of its piercing eyes and hideous grin before it slid away from the frame. It must have seen me open my eyes. The tapping was gone, but now there was a slow scratching. The scraping was similar to a cat's purr, gentle and lingering. What kind of game is this thing playing with me, I thought. I was slowly growing tired of the whole thing. Eventually, I got over my fear and dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? I was relieved to actually hear the sound of a human being's voice. Something's trying to kill me. I've locked myself in my room, but it's been waiting for me to come out for more than an hour, I replied. We're dispatching policemen to your location now. Just as I hung up the phone, the scratching turned into slamming. The creature, whatever it was, started banging on the door forcefully. Fear crept back into my bones. I felt a tingle surge through me. Tears rolled down my cheeks as I prayed for the police to come quick. Thankfully, it didn't seem like the creature would be breaking the door down anytime soon. Maybe if it had a couple hours more. Within 20 minutes after the call, I heard the sirens outside my house. The police were here. I wiped my face with a sense of hope. I went to the window to let them know which room I was in. And when I reached the window, the slamming had stopped. I looked down at my driveway. The policemen were just getting out of the car when a devilish silhouette appeared. I watched in terror as they were torn apart almost instantly by the ghoulish figure. It ripped the siren and lights up as well. In a split second, it disappeared back into the house. And again, the tapping began.